G'day guys, and welcome back to another video on the YouTube channel. And in today's video I'm going to be ranking every single AFL trade that happened in the 2024 trade period. So if you do go on to enjoy this video, drop a like, and if you do go on to enjoy the video, subscribe. So let's just get straight into it. So the first trade on this tier maker is Jack Lukosius, who has moved from Gold Coast to Port Adelaide. This trade can be a really big trade as he's a good mover around the ball. So I'm going to put him at, could be a star trade, the second tier. He's a really good player. He's a good ball mover. He's such a good player. He's a handy one. He can kick a goal or two when you need to. He's that kind of player, and I think that's what Port Adelaide need, really. So it's a really big trade for Port. Now let's move on to Tom Campbell. Tom Campbell, he got delisted, and I think his time is over. I think he will make no impact for the Melbourne Demons. So I think this is a terrible trade. That's why I got him in the worst tier, actually. If you guys do go on to wonder why I got Tom Campbell in the worst trade. So now Jack Macrae, he did play in the VFL for quite a bit, and yeah, he was a good midfielder for the Bulldogs. So I'll put him in good trade. He's a good player. He's got great skill level, of course. Yeah, he's got some great skill, does he, Jack Macrae? So that's why I got him in good trade. Jake Graham, I think he's got that. I'm going to put him below Jack Macrae, but he's got that leadership because what's it called? He's like Jack Graham. He's an older player. He's one of those older men, and he can give some experience to this young West Coast side, and that's what they're missing. So I think this can be a good trade, but not as good as Jack Macrae trade. And yeah, Elliot Himmelberg, I'll put it in decent trade because it's just a nothing trade. I'll say it's not a good trade, actually. It's just a nothing trade. You didn't really get anything for it. It doesn't make an impact for your side. So that's why I got it in decent trade. Now Jack Darling, I put it at the top of good trade because he's got the experience at the Roos. He can deliver as a forward. But he can make some good force with Larky, and of course Sheasel and all that. As they're really young guns, and he can develop some experience at the North Melbourne Kangaroos, which can really help North Melbourne. Experience-wise, of course, I need some experience, some good depth, and this is the player in the puzzle you just want to have, like a Jack Darling. He can kick some. He has some good. He's good forward. Yeah, he can be a big trade. Jake Stringer, I'll say it's better than Elliot Himmelberg trade, but I feel like it's a nothing trade again. Jake Stringer. He was handy for the Bombers, but I think he's not going to make a big impact for the Giants in 2025. But I think he can do something. He can kick a couple of goals for them, be one of their leading goal kickers. But I don't think this is one of the best trades that could happen. Yeah, I don't think Jake Stringer trade is going to make a big difference. So yeah, I've got him there. Now Nick Haynes, this one's interesting. He got delisted from the Giants, so I got him in decent trade because he's really old now. He's only signed 1 year with them, and it's probably a nothing trade again because he's very old now, and I don't think he's got his skill level up really high again. He just needs to be really, really good, but he's played for 13 years for the Giants, so this could be a difference, but I think this would probably be his last year in the AFL as well. I mean, this trade, it could help the Carlton Blues. I don't think they really need it, even with experience. It just doesn't fit the puzzle. I think he might make the best 22 maybe every week. I'm not sure. I don't think every week, but yeah. Josh Battle, I actually rate this. He's got traded to Hawthorn, my club, and I'm going to put him above Jack Lukosius. It could be a star trade because he is absolutely up the ranks. He's kind of in his prime of his career where he could really, really boost the Hawthorn Hawks' chances, and he's making this backline look like it's going to be really, really good. So I'm actually excited to see Josh Battle into the side. He's going to be a big Hawk. He's got that. He's gonna He said he's going to be happy to play along Scrimshaw, Sicily, Weddle, all those guys. Even Barris he can have a great time with. Yeah, it's a good trade, I'll say. It's a really, really good trade. Now, is it coming? I'll put it in good trade. It's at the top of good trade. It's a really, really good trade because he's young. He's still very young, and he can build some really good times at Adelaide Coast. I think this is a really, really big trade. I highly rate Isaac Cumming. He's a great player. I think he will make a big impact for the Adelaide Coast in next season, as he's such a great player, is he? He can really be a big player for the Crows, even though he came from the Giants. I think he can make the best 22 possibly every week. He's got some good skill level, and I think I would love to see him playing in 2025. So now we got Matt Kennedy here. I'll chuck him in the middle of decent trade. It's really a nothing trade. He got traded last minute on deadline day. Didn't really. Well, I'm not excited about this trade. Wasn't a really, really good trade, but yeah, I guess it's just a trade that won't really be touched on, but yeah, I guess it's alright trade when you think about it, Matt Kennedy. Yeah. Now Bailey Smith, I'm gonna put him at the top of brilliant trade. So this is the first guy I'm gonna put in brilliant trade because I think the Cats really need something in the midfield, and Bailey Smith has got that. Even though he's coming off his injury for a whole year, I think he can make a difference at the Cat and at GMBH. Yeah, I think he can be a really, really big force there. Like, he can be racking up, like, averaging 35 plus disposals a game. He can be really, really big, really red hot for the Cats. I think he'll be better at the Cats than he was at the Dogs. Like that Jack Ginnivan trade, I think he's one of those kind of ones. I think he'll be better than the Jack Ginnivan trade. That's a really good trade, I'll say. I'll save that for the least. Dan Houston, I'll put it in could be a star trade in the middle of battle and Lukosius, because this is a really good trade as well. He is in a good situation in his career. Of course, it's Dan Houston. We all know how good Dan Houston's talent is. No joke. It's one of the best talents in the competition. And also after that clutch goal, I mean, this trade, he was going to get traded like to Melbourne most likely, and then Hawthorn, like everything was going well for him. And then he just ditched him and said, I'm going to the Pies, and he went to the Pies in this one. Is it going to be a good trade? Yes, I think so, because he can do something in the halfback. He can also be a forward if you need to. The Congo Magpies, just be that handy forward, handy backman. Yeah, like a damn Rosio, you can say, but yeah, he's going to be so good. Jacob Constantine, I'm going to play. I'll put him above Tom Campbell, but I don't think he'll make a big impact at North. He won't make the best 22. Haven't seen much of him, so I can't judge him. I'm sorry, Jacob. I'm going to put you in no impact, but yeah. Joe Richards, same thing. I'm going to put him in, will make no impact. I don't think he'll make a big impact for the Port Adelaide Power coming from the Collingwood Magpies. I don't think he'll make a big impact. Not much to say with that. Now, Neil Bullen to the Codes. I'll say it's a solid trade. But I'm going to put it below Isaac Cumming. I'll say it's a really solid trade. The Coast have had a great trade period. They picked up 30 players, I believe. Yeah, he's a really good trade. This is a really good trade. It could impact them quite a bit. Yeah, it's a good trade. Matt always. I don't really like this trade, actually. I'm going to put him in the bottom of decent trade. I don't like it. I don't think it will be that good of a trade, actually. I don't think it will be one of the biggest trades in the competition. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a great trade. Bolton. Top could be a star trade, but to be honest, this is probably one of the biggest trades in the trade period. So I'm going to put it in brilliant trade. It is a good trade. it is a good trade. I'll tell you that. It is a bloody good trade. You have to rate it. It's such a good trade. Sorry for the free amount of talk. He's a handy forward. He can kick 4 goals out of nothing, and that's what Freo need, a big forward like Michael Walters. He can really help him there. He can be a really big forward. He can be a star. Now, Harry Perryman, I haven't seen much of him in 2024, but I know a lot about him from this trade period, and I'm going to put him near Alex Neil-Bullen. I don't think it's like a really, really good trade, but he could make an impact there. So I'm going to put him in good trade. How much do we have left? Oh, Jack McKay's accidentally on the tier list again. Yep, we only got a couple. So this is the last batch of players that are going to be ranked here. Liam Baker. This is going to be interesting. Where do I fit this guy? Below Jack McKay? No, that's too harsh. I'll say he'll be a bit of a trade environment. Yep, I'll put him there. He's going to be big. He's going to be big, of course. Liam Baker, another Richmond player that's moving to West Coast. He's going to be big there with his mate Jack Graham. He's going to be great there. I think he'll make an impact. Now, Luke Parker, his prime of his career is over. Let's be for real. I'll put him in decent trade at the bottom of it. I don't think it's a really, really good trade. But, yeah. Guys, by the way, I think I have forgot Barras in here. So I'm going to talk about him right now. So, sorry, guys, for forgetting to add Tom Barras here. I'm really ashamed. He should be up. He's one of the best trades in the competition. So, let's just talk about Tom Barras because I forgot him in this tier list accidentally. He's in brilliant trade, of course, so I'm going to put him above, I'm going to put him at the bottom of brilliant trade. So there's 2 people in brilliant trade. Of course you can't see it because he's not on the tier list because I've absolutely haven't added him in this one. But yeah, he's on a brilliant trade, so just remember that. Now let's move on. Jack McKay's already on this tier list. Oh my days, I think I forgot him for that. Harry Sharp. Gonna put him in the middle of the pack of decent trade. Don't really know him. John Noble. Gotta put him there. He's gotta be in a good trade. He's a really, really good trade, I'll say, for the least. Corey Atkins. He came out of the nowhere, did he? I'll put him in the decent trade, but he wasn't really a big trade. And well, Jack McKay, you're already in there, so yeah, I'll just keep you there. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys did go and to enjoy this, like and subscribe to the channel. But if you are new, of course, this video probably wasn't the best of videos, but there's some really big content coming up. Probably my Would You Rathers for my subscribers will be coming out pretty soon, as well as my reacting to subscribers' big calls. So there's some big content coming out, and if you want to go on it and check that, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications on so you don't miss out on that videos. And subscribe to the channel because it really helps the channel as we're on the road to 1K. And yeah, it's a really big achievement if we get there. And thank you guys for watching once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.